What's going on, everybody? It's DLN926 here. I wanted to come out and make a video about I'm going to talk some more about Daniel Jones and how, people are coming out talking about how if we get the first pick, we need to draft Trevor Lawrence and then trade Daniel Jones. Are you guys out of your minds? Like, what are you thinking? You're going to give up on a kid after 2 seasons when he's playing with garbage talent? Like, what? Look at the offensive line the man has playing in front of him. This isn't Eli Manning's, first 4 years in the NFL where he was playing behind Chris Snee, David Deal, Sean O'Hare, Kareem McKenzie. No, this is a patchwork offensive line filled with young kids who are still trying to get their feet wet in the NFL. Now, let's talk about the wide receivers that he has. He's got one guy in Darius Slayton who could potentially be a number 1 wide receiver in this league. We still don't know what we have with him. He's definitely showed some flashes, but is he going to be the go-to guy that Daniel Jones needs on this roster to actually, be a productive player in the NFL and produce for Daniel Jones? We don't know. Nobody has any idea. It's not like Daniel Jones is out here throwing to Jeremy Shockey, Plexico Burress, Amani Toomer, and has Tiki Barber sitting in the backfield, rushing and receiving for 2,000 yards every year like Eli did his first 4 seasons. He doesn't have all these options, and you guys are just willing to get rid of him, and you don't ever think about, Eli's early years and how much he struggled. I mean, the man's highest completion percentage his first 4 seasons was 57.7. There's backup quarterbacks that put up a better completion percentage than that. I mean, that was horrible. We had to sit through 4 years of that nonsense, and you guys are talking about giving up on Daniel Jones after 2 years when the man's already posted 1 season of 24 touchdowns and 12 interceptions and has thrown for 3,200 yards in 13 games? Are y'all crazy? What? Dude, we ain't drafting no quarterback. I don't care if there's a new GM in here or not. We need pass rushers, we need offensive linemen, and we need playmakers on this offense. We don't need no more quarterbacks. Y'all need to get that idea out of your head because you're freaking nuts. Like, I understand that they talk about Trevor Lawrence, him being a generational quarterback, this, that, and the other. Well, they said the same thing about Andrew Luck. How many Super Bowls Andrew Luck win? What did Andrew Luck struggle with in Indianapolis every single year? Pass protection, because he never had an offensive line. That's why he never won. Same thing would happen to Trevor Lawrence if he came in here. It wouldn't make a difference. Y'all need to understand what's going on and quit running your mouth and talking trash about the dude when you honestly don't have any idea what you're even talking about. This roster is horrible. This roster is a bottom-feeding, bottom-dwelling roster. I mean, there's no talent here. We don't have pass rushers. Look at all the stuff that Eli Manning had when he first came into the league. He had Michael Strahan at his disposal. He had Osi Umenyiora. He had a pretty damn good defense at his disposal, too. And then he had Tiki Barber in the backfield. That's the reason why he went 11-5 in his second year. It wasn't because of his play. Eli was horrible. Daniel Jones, at this point in his career, Daniel Jones is leaps and bounds ahead of Eli Manning and what Eli Manning did in his first 15 games of his career. Let me tell you something. Eli's rookie season, I was at that Baltimore Ravens game in Baltimore when Eli started that game, and he posted a 0 QB rating. That was the worst game I've ever seen a QB play in my life. That was an embarrassment to be at. That was painful. Nothing that Daniel Jones has done has pained me like that game did. And you guys need to pull your heads out of your asses for real, because you honestly don't know what you're talking about. This team needs talent because it is lacking it in every single position on the field besides running back and 1 wide receiver. Just stop.